Hello everyone, Alistair Gold here. Freshly back from Glasgow, a very rainy Glasgow. I'm used to that. Let's start with stuff that's happening right now. Ben Davies, new contract till 2025. If he sees that out, he will have reached his decade at Tottenham. Obviously, Poch's first signing back in 2014. I remember it was one of those funny ones where he was technically out on the tour when they were in America. But he hadn't actually signed yet. They were just waiting for the approval, but he'd already flown out there. Everyone knows what I think about Ben Davies. I'm so delighted that he got to experience last season in a role that suited him perfectly. Got a lot of plaudits because he was just always one of these really underrated guys in the squad. He used to get flack because he's not, Benito Davizio. No, that was a terrible attempt at some kind of foreign-sounding name. But essentially, that's always what it's been with him. But I just kind of felt that when he first came in, having seen what Conte done with Azpilicueta, I kind of felt that Conte would really bring out the best in Davies, and it seems like it's been the case. He's been terrific. I said he'd been terrific on Twitter, and I saw someone underneath going, that's a very strong word to use. Couldn't think of a better word to use. I think he was terrific last season. He had a lot of big performances, especially in big games. We'll all think of the block against Salah and everything. And I remember, was it Leeds? I think it was Leeds at Ellen Road when they broke, when Lloris Scott did an iffy attempt at a tackle just over the halfway line, and essentially they were running through an open goal, and Davies sprinted back and managed to block the shot as it was about to head towards goal. I think there was someone else on the line who'd also run back. I can't remember for the life of me who it was. I'm sure you'll remind me in the comments. You always do, which is great. But yeah, Ben Davies, I'm a big fan. Daddy Davies, as if you've seen the video, you know what that is. We kind of have a little nickname for him among the journalists of Gentle Ben, because he's just so easy going off the pitch, and he's always very reliable off it as well in terms of an interview. He's very intelligent. He'll always say stuff you kind of want to say. You never hear him kind of getting angry, and he's just one of those guys that's so good for the team on and off the pitch, and it's why every single manager has loved him. Honestly, talk to Mourinho, loved him. Talk to Pochettino, loved him. Nuno, I think, as well. I'm trying to remember back, but it feels so long ago, doesn't it? It does. I'm a big Ben Davies fan. If there was a Ben Davies Appreciation Society, I would hold a laminated membership card. I don't think I'm allowed to start one, probably because all the other ones I've started in the past. I think there's a limit on how many you can start. But no, I like Ben Davies. He's always gives everything for Tottenham. He is, you hear the cliche term, a loyal servant. That is Ben Davies. And yeah, like I say, you'll see on social media, you'll see maybe the FIFA generation, I don't know. So FIFA generation, I was playing FIFA when I was young, so it's probably the current FIFA generation, maybe. And he's not one of these, sexy sounding 18, 19-year-old wonder kid types that everyone wants to sign, but players like him are invaluable, and that's why the big managers all rate him, and they do. So here's some quotes from what he said. Again, I think I stressed this about the players we spoke to in Korea. The excitement around the players looking forward to next season and what is happening at Tottenham is fantastic. And Davies' quotes about his new contract pretty much say the same thing. I'm delighted to sign my new contract after last season and some other clubs just had. There's no more exciting time to be at this club. I'm enjoying my football. When the opportunity from the club came to extend my contract, I was more than happy to do so. I've had some really enjoyable times here. It really feels like home now, and the story continues. This is a significant amount of time in football, especially when a career is quite short, and in football people move around a lot. So it's an honour for me to be here and keep going. There's still a good core of us who have been here a long time now. It's the same faces now, just in the team, but around the building every day. It becomes a family. We've brought players in that we hope will improve us as a squad and make us more competitive throughout the season. It's going to be a pretty jam-packed schedule around the World Cup, so we'll need everyone to play their part. It's an exciting season for both club and country. It'll be a bit strange stopping mid-season for that tournament, but I can't wait. It's been a long time since Wales have been there, and we've given everything to get there, so we just have to enjoy it. We have a great group here at Spurs, not just on the pitch, but as a collective. It's a very exciting time in the season we're all looking forward to. You can feel it. Every player wants to be a part of it. Like I said, there's some of those players that Spurs want to move on that don't really want to leave, because I think they can sense what's going to happen. And that's the biggest indicator of the direction the club are going in. Even, I think Kane said it yesterday, Saturday after the match. He said that, you know, you can feel they're all pulling in this different direction, exciting direction. Eric Dyer said something along the lines of it's the best. I think they said it's the best squad or best atmosphere since he's been here, and he's been at the club since 2014 as well. Actually, same as Ben Davies. I do wonder whether we'll see a new Eric Dyer contract soon. I think his was also 2024. It was set to. I'm trying to think now. That's the thing. There's so many players, like, let's say Lucas, for example. Lucas, technically his contract runs until 2023, but there's an option for the club to take to extend that to 2024. And you always wonder, Spurs pretty much 85-90% of the time insert an option for another year in contracts. So yeah, I said earlier I'd asked Conte about a month in about the way Ben Davies had settled so quickly into that left-sided role of the back three. Because I had some Wales fans saying, but he's been doing that for Wales for years. But actually, it's a different role to his Welsh role. The Welsh role is probably more so about defending, whereas this one is a really kind of tough balance of both. He's got to defend, but he's also got to very much be an attacking player as well a lot of the time, and get up that pitch and support either the left wing back or also some of the attacking players. It's an all-action role, and it needs to be a very tactically clever player. Patient player as well, and disciplined player to play there. So I'd asked Conte, it was in December, so it was about maybe just over a month and a half after he joined, and I said about, it just feels like you've got a role, and I can't remember if I or he said about Azpilicueta first, but this was his answer back then. Yeah, you're right, because Ben is playing very well, and I think that role specifically, I can get out the best of him. And it happened the same with Azpilicueta, and I think the three central defenders, it's important to be good defensively, but at the same time, for me, it's important to play football, have personality, and play the ball. Also, when you find a team that's defending very low, it's very important in this system. I need players with personality to play the ball and also to be offensive. Ben is one of these players. He shows great solidity and plays well defensively. I'm happy for him. We're talking about a really good person, a good guy. He's always really focused and concentrated, and he played well.